Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel Penny Prepper. Today's video, we're just going to be discussing situational awareness and why it's important to you. Like I said, we're going to be talking about situational awareness, why it's important to you, and also why it's important to your family and those around you. Also with that, we're also going to be discussing flying under the radar or the gray man theory. So the first part of this is going to be being able to understand what people are doing around you, keeping an eye on them, keeping a visual and mental image of their whereabouts, what they're doing, and how that can possibly be a threat to you. Essentially, with this situational awareness in this specific category, we're talking about threat assessments. So as you're in public or wherever you might be, you're constantly looking at people, reading situations, and understanding, well, that's not a threat. This might be a threat. That's a threat. And I'm not saying threat as in somebody's telling you, hey, I'm going to kick your butt, but, maybe say somebody has potential to cause you harm, even though they may be doing whatever they're doing. For instance, somebody has an open carry firearm and they're drinking beers at a restaurant. That very well could be a threat. I'm not saying that it is directly a threat because they're not doing anything to you, but let's say they start getting loud, belligerent, then I would consider that a threat. I would decide, okay, well, I'm going to disengage from this area and go somewhere else. With the threat assessments, we're also talking about the gray man idea, where it's trying to be so unnoticeable, so blasé, that nobody really cares to interact with you. And that's really important, especially in public settings. That's not wearing flashy jewelry. That's not getting boisterous to people when they start acting out. It's one of those things where as you interact or as you don't interact, you just sort of move like water through the crowd. You don't really interact with people. You don't bump into people. You just go through with what you're doing and get through with it. If you're somebody that has trouble dealing with these type of things, or you're not very situationally aware, one of the first things I would suggest is go to a public place like a mall. Sit near an entrance, but somewhere that you can get the most interactions or you can see the most amount of people. If there's a second floor, that is the best place to do it because the people will be completely unaware of you. Nobody really looks up in the mall. So what you should do is try to find a spot. You can pull out your phone if you'd like. One of the best things to do so then people don't think that you're doing anything is act like you're playing on your phone, when in reality you are looking at people, listening. And if you have headphones, maybe put them on your ear, don't have any music coming through. I've seen that tactic done a lot in the inner city when people are watching drug houses. So that's something that you could easily do to make it seem like you're totally distracted by somebody. You'll probably catch somebody even say, like, oh, look at him. He's totally off in his own world or their own world. So it's one of those things where they may be assessing you. And a lot of times those are the people that you need to be looking out for, because if they're assessing you and they're being vocal about it or they're telling other people they're in a group, typically those are the people that are planning to do something nefarious. So to end what I'm saying, the most important part of this is to get out there, start to people watch. I personally enjoy people watching. If I'm in a vehicle, out in a parking lot, I like to just watch what people are doing, see their interactions. You can catch some really genuine, beautiful moments between people, but you can also see some pretty interesting and downright nasty things. When I was working at a casino, a lot of times we had cameras that we had to operate and watch people on the property. And I'll tell you what, I saw some pretty downright disgusting things on those cameras, because when people don't think that you're watching is when they are at their most basic. That's all we have for this video today. Just make sure that you're getting off your phones, pay attention to your surroundings, pay attention to the people around you. With that, we're coming to the end of the summer. Make sure that you're prepping for the fall time, getting ready for winter. If there's any videos you'd like to see on that topic, please let me know in the comments. Stay safe, stay prepared.